Okay, part two, continuing from the story from the last video. But, yeah. So they tried to, literally try to fight this man, a 3-on-1 situation. Well, 3-on-2, because, his friend, what was it, Ace Steel was in the room. And, you know what's crazy? CM Punk and Ace Steel beat the shit out of the Elite. And I think that's hilarious. That 3 guys tried to beat up 2 guys and a dog. Like, apparently the dog bit Kenny's face or whatever, but I find that hilarious. But after the brawl out, Tony Khan not only stripped him of his title, but he also stripped the Elite's titles, which was the tag team trios titles or whatever. And all 4 of guys got suspended. I think Ace Steel was working at the company. He ended up getting fired. But yeah, Tony was just like, well, I gotta do something because I am the boss here. Wait, does this guy look like he commands a room? I'm just wondering, because to me, he doesn't. Also, I just thought about this while I'm posting this. Why does he look like he would say to his date's dad, be like, I'll have her home by, 9, sir. Like, bro, he looks like he's giving off that energy, bro. But, yeah, again, Punk's gone, and he's also injured at this point because he tore his tricep. I think that's what it is. But yeah, he's gone, and he's actually trying to leave AEW because he knows that people there don't fuck with him, and so what's the point of keeping him if no one fucks with him? By the way, I do want to mention a lot of the AEW guys there's a couple of them that actually respect and fuck with Punk heavy, like FTR, Darby Allin, hell, even MJF. But a lot of those guys, just remember, they're friends with the Elite. They were brought in because they were friends with them. That's the only reason. Not because they were talented. It's because they were friends with the Elite. That's the only reason. And so, of course, they're going to be like, oh, well, I don't like him because he punched my friend in the... bruh, do you want to make money or not? But this guy said, nah, Punk, I can't let you go because I have an idea. Why don't we make another show where we separate you guys, and this show, you can do whatever you want, and we'll just leave it at that. And Punk is just like, this is just a dumb idea. It's not gonna fucking work. But, fine. You want to do it? I'm willing to give it a try. Also, this is the show that Tony pitched him. And, surprisingly, I'm not gonna hold you, this show was doing good when Punk came back. First episode, he comes back, cuts a killer promo, putting elite bullshit in the promo, and just calling the Bucks counterfeit Bucks, which I thought was great. It's a great line. And also, there was another line that he said, what was it? Fuck. Okay, I remember it. So he says to the fans that, I am sorry that the only ones softer than you are the wrestlers that you like. But, yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. When Punk was, there, the ratings, I'm not gonna lie, they dipped, but the ratings weren't as horrendous as they are now. I'll mention that later. But, yeah, this show was doing so well. Until we get to another person that fucking nailed the coffin in everything. It was this oh, shit. Sorry, Luke, you're actually not supposed to be in this video. I apologize. I hope you're resting well. Okay, right video. This motherfucker put a nail in the coffin to everything, and at the time, I was so pissed off at him. Fuck, look at his face! Look at this guy's face. Oh my god. He has a punchable face. I'm not gonna hold you. So, one night, Punk is at catering, just minding his fucking business, and then Tony Schiavone comes up to him. And he's begging Punk to, deal with the Jack Perry situation. And Punk is like, what are you talking about? And Tony is like, he wants to do something with a car. We've told him no. And he's cursing us out. And first off, when I'm listening to the interview, and I'm just like, why the fuck would you curse out Tony Schiavone? He's literally one of the nicest people at that company. Why would you curse him out because he said no? bro, like, there's a reason these guys are telling. They know what's better. Oh my. I'm sorry. I'm just flustered. I'm kind of pissed off that he would, like, fucking curse out Tony Schiavone. Why? But, yeah, like, Punk is asking him, what is he doing? And Jack Perry, I guess he's trying to, like, take some vacation time or whatever. And he's talking about breaking windshield on his rental car. And Punk is like, well, no, we're not doing that. That's a stupid idea. Like, and now, it may sound like he's being blunt. I'm just being blunt. But Punk was more respectful in that sense. He just told him no, and we're not going to do it. Look, he even gave him the option. Look, if you want to do this shit on Dynamite, go right ahead, but we're not doing it tonight. And so then Jack Perry is like, all right, cool. And everyone walked away. And Punk thought, all right, everything's fine. Everything was supposed to be fine. But yeah, we get to All In, which is in London, by the way. And I'm just going to show you the fucking photo. I could just look at this photo and I could tell you what is said. But for those of you who don't know, he had a match at All In, and he did the spot on Hook where he literally, I think, body slammed him or whatever onto the windshield of a car. And then after the fact, after he did that move on Hook, he literally goes to the camera, I think he hit something. I forgot. I gotta look at the video again, but he hit something, and he's like, "You see that? That's real grab." How did I fuck that up? You see that? That's real glass. Go cry me a river. And at the time, I'm like, who's he talking to? But he's talking to him. And I'm like, buddy, do you really want to have a problem with Punk? Him and his buddy just beat the Elite. 3-on-2. Like, he just whooped their ass. And you want to fight a guy? Now, look, CM Punk, he didn't have the best UFC career. But, again, he still trained in MMA. You don't think he's not going to know certain moves? But, alright. And so, Punk is like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And then, I forgot exactly what was said. I gotta look at the interview again, but, dude, he is just, talking to Punk and just saying, oh, if you have a problem, do something. And then Punk is like, you really don't want me to do that. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, before he went to Jungle Boy, he goes to Tony and says, yo, Tony, you gotta do something about this. And you want to guess what Tony Khan said to Punk? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. This fucking guy, right here. He, dead ass, straight to his face said, what do you want me to do about it? Well, why don't you act like a fucking boss? But yeah, Punk is just flabbergasted, and he's like, look, either you handle it, or I'll handle it. And if I handle it, you're not going to like how I handle it. And then we get to where Jack Perry says, what are you going to do about it? And then something happened. And then another thing happened. And then Punk ends up choking Perry out for a little bit. After that, Samoa Joe gets Punk off of Perry. And then he turns to Tony, because Tony at this point is already there. And he literally says, this place is a fucking joke. You're a clown. I quit. And Punk, being the professional he is, he still does the match with Joe, because he was scheduled to have a match with Samoa Joe. He still does the match. They do good business. And then Punk just leaves. But yeah, that's the end of CM Punk's AEW story. And now he's back in WWE. Happy for that. And Tony Khan, if you listen to this, I just want to say, this is all your fault. Because had you been an actual boss and told people to know their fucking place, then this shit wouldn't have happened. So, we'll see.